Good evening. This is Lillian coming from Zone 8A, Birmingham, Alabama, with an update on the garden, my urban garden. Okay. This is part of my herbs, celery. I brought the celery over here and I brought another container of celery because it had started yellowing a little bit. And I got a doctor on it. Water them. Okay, yeah. Got some flowers in the mix. Yeah. Elephant ears. Under the table, I got more elephant ears. Okay, they're coming along. I kind of wanted them for shade. I love large tropical looking plants. And I plan on getting more of them as a part of what I do. All right, now we're going to move over to the blackberry bushes. These blackberry bushes were planted just about 2 weeks ago? Almost 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I want you to see some. Look at the blackberries on them. Okay, and here's the other one right next to it. Look at the berries. Yeah, they're steady growing and producing, as you can see. Steady growing and producing. Again, this is Lillian coming from Zone 8A. Now I can tell a change in the weather, and it is changing. It is changing. It's getting warmer, but it's okay. I'm going to have to water a lot. I've been watching videos on irrigation. I want me an irrigation system, but I don't know what I'm going with yet. And look, this plant right here, this is a blackberry bush. Doesn't look like it's doing too good, does it? In that great big pot. I think I'm going to take it out and put it in the ground. But it's a blueberry bush. I have another blueberry bush on this other side of the gate. Right here. It's a blueberry bush. It's a different one, different kind. I can't think of the name of it, but it's a different kind from the one across from it. Let me see if I got that. No, I took it out. Okay. Now we're going to go toward the polytunnel. See what's happening in there. Look at the kale. Curly kale. Curly kale. Look at the cabbage. The lettuce. I need to go ahead. I am going to go ahead and harvest this lettuce. I'm not going to bother the cabbage yet. And I've got cabbages on both sides of the tunnel. I put these over here not long ago, and they're coming along fine. Coming along just fine. Got tomatoes coming. That's my tomato plant. This is the polytunnel. I've got a melon going in the tunnel. I'm going to see what it does in here. Look at this beautiful head of cabbage forming. Isn't that gorgeous? It's growing. It's growing. Yeah, and there's a little squash coming up behind it. Another tomato plant with blooms. Okay, it has blooms. Okay. Peppers. Still growing. Oh, look at that big pretty pepper plant there. Isn't that gorgeous? She's gorgeous. There's another tomato plant in the tunnel. It's coming on up. Coming up. Again, this is the tunnel. I haven't put a shade cover on it yet. I'm trying not to have to, but if I have to, I will cover it with a shade cloth. But this is my polytunnel frame with everything in it. Isn't that the prettiest head of lettuce you think you want to see? Isn't that beautiful? Just beautiful. It's getting ready to come to a head though, it seems. So I need to start eating off of it. Now, another thing I've noticed, planting early sometimes causes plants to bolt early. Bolt early, meaning come to a head. Start blossoming, flowering, getting ready to put out seeds. I'm going to harvest some of this. I just wanted y'all to see it. This right here has some beets. You see the beets? See those beets? Yeah. There are beets in there, and that's the polytunnel. This is another part of the garden. You see the black pots? Those are white potatoes, New Orleans, and some other kind of potato. I put out some kind of a russet. Then I've got pole beans. The grapevine. Let's go look at the grapevine. It's doing fine. It's growing. It's coming through the fence. That's the seedless grape. It's finding his way through the fence. Okay. Here are the squashes. They're looking good. See the squash. Somebody threw a cup, or a cup flew over here. Look at there. Look up under there. Look in there. Do you see the squash? Aren't they beautiful? Yeah, they're coming on. I should be ready to pick. Let's see. A few more days. Squash. Okay, the melons are down there. They're doing pretty good. Let's walk that way. This is leaf mulch. I'm stepping in leaf mulch. And now I'm trying to find my melons. Okay, there's one. Let's see. Where's another one? I don't want to step on them. Okay, there's one. It's coming up. There's another one coming up. There should be one right over in here somewhere. Well, as they continue to grow, I'll find them. And behind the milling patch is one of the peach trees, the latest one that I've planted. It seems to be coming along okay, but it's not doing anything. I want to show you the other peach tree. This one is the first tree I got. You can tell the difference in this one and that one over there. Look at this one. It's pretty though. And the other one is too. And look at that one. See the size difference? This one was in the ground a month before I put the other one. Look at the peaches on it. And I just planted this tree this year, newbies. I just planted this tree this year. You see the peaches? It's got peaches on it, and they're getting bigger. They're looking good. Yeah. And so don't think that you've got to wait a whole year sometimes to get a harvest. I think there are a lot of components that come together and work together to determine when we get a harvest. And I believe one of them is prayer. Okay? All right, turnips. I've got turnips that I've been pulling out of the garden. I'm coming over here now. I didn't harvest my turnips. I wanted them to turn into turnip roots. I love turnip roots. And let me show you. So, let's see. We can find, there's a small one. Here's a, ooh, look at that. Look at that turnip root. Can you see it? Turnip root. And there are a lot of them in here. I'm just going to give them more time. But this is what you do with your turnips. If you want roots, don't harvest them. Don't harvest them. And then you can. I think they'll grow back. But I didn't want to risk mine. See, I got roots coming. Turnips. Don't pick the leaves and the turnips will come. Now, when I finish this, when I harvest this batch of turnips, I'm going to clear this bed out and I'm going to plant some more turnips. And they will be for eating. Look at the carrots. Look at the carrots. I've got carrots that are springing up everywhere. I didn't know these were over here. I thought they had died. And all of a sudden I look and here they are. Corn. Another rose bush. All right, now we're going to go to the other side of the garden. Oh, y'all, I just live it out here. Let me let y'all see the trees. And some of them are being cut down. I've got one that fell. That needs to finish coming down. It's a lot out here to do. Keeps me busy. But I really enjoy it because I love communing with nature. It makes me feel closer to my Father. Amen. The one that created it all. Here's another grapevine. And I'm looking so forward to them and meeting each other. I've got an arch that I'm going to bring and put in the gateway here so that the grapevines can meet. Here are the potatoes. Update on the potatoes. A few weeks ago, I showed you guys when I planted them. I put them here and look at them now. They're coming along fine. I've got Kennebecs, New Orleans. I got some kind of russet and a couple of more of them. But as you can see, they're doing fine. Always work to do, tell you. Now we're heading over to the lasagna bed. I'm getting ready to rework this lasagna bed. I'm waiting on the carrots to do what they're going to do. I need to thin them out, but I've got more carrots over here. When I remove the carrots, I'm going to redo the bed. I'm going to add more mulch, hay, compost. See the carrots? Refurbish it. I've got to weed eat these weeds down. And guess what? These are not just weeds. Look at this, and I've got it growing everywhere. It's hay. From the seeds in the wheat hay I use. I've got hay growing everywhere. Anybody else have hay growing in places? You thought it was just bushes? Look, that is so beautiful. Those carrots. I've got to come out here and thin them out. That's another job I need to do. Hey, you ready to come over? All right. That's my neighbor. She's coming over to get some things for her garden. Yeah. See, I live in the country, in the city, in the middle of the city, in a little country place, and we still have neighbors. I love my neighbors. Okay, and look, there's a what is that? It looks like a squash or a zucchini coming up. But I'm going to move this lettuce from out here and go ahead and rework this bed, this lasagna bed, knead it up, build it up, and put something else out here for the summer and let it grow. Okay, here is my pride and joy. The urban garden. The urban garden's herb garden. This is my herb garden. And everything's looking good. Like I told you, I had to take the celery out because it looked like it was getting a little too hot or something, or was drying up. So I have to baby it by putting it in the shade. But look at this deal, will you? This deal has turned into a tree. Look at here. You see it? Look at here. It stands, oh my God. It's standing about 4 feet tall. Deal. And just as pretty as it can be. There's the pineapple sage. Gorgeous. She's always gorgeous. Cold weather, hot weather, it doesn't matter with her. She survived. She's a survivor. This is basil. I planted from seeds. It's still trying to come up. Trying to think. What is this? Oregano. I think. Smells like it. Okay, but this is the herb garden. And I'm still planning to add more herbs. I just haven't had the time to get more. But this is it. And last thing but not least, well, I've got some beans. This is the fig tree. This is the fig tree I've had for 20 some years. This is the fig tree. And guess what? It has figs on it. It has figs coming on. And they are delicious. This year, I'm thinking I may have to cover this tree with some kind of a shade cloth or a net to keep the birds from getting the figs. I cut it back. We cleaned it out. Let me show y'all what we did. See, you couldn't even see in there. It was just overgrown and everything. But we cleaned it out. You can see in there now. It's a nice sized tree. I cut it back some. I'm going to do some more work on it. This fall. Okay. One other thing. We got beans. The beans are coming along, and I didn't show you the other side of the, oh my goodness, the garden where the bean patch is. Got a plastic bag flew over here from somewhere. But these are beans. They're beans. As a matter of fact, I told y'all in a previous one that these are snow peas. I've got snow peas all down here. I just harvested some snow peas today, and I put them up so that I can plant some more. There's JJ barking at the neighbor. JJ, be nice. Be nice, JJ. All right, he don't know how to do. He's ill-mannered. And there's the fig tree, Frank the fig tree. All right, y'all. I have company. Over and out. Coming from Zone 8A in Birmingham, Alabama. Bye-bye.